Hey guys, welcome back to Cooking with Truffles and my assistant, Shelise. Today, we're making cornbread because Thanksgiving's coming up, right?
That's right, Truffles. Thanksgiving's coming up and everybody always wants to make something to contribute to the dinner.
Yeah.
So, are you ready to help me make this cornbread, Truffles?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to need all of these ingredients right here in front of you. And the first thing you have to do is grease up a pan with some butter or some Pam or a light coating of oil.
Yep.
The next thing you do, you're going to need two different bowls, one for dry ingredients and one for wet ingredients. So we're going to be using the yellow for dry and the blue for wet.
Yeah.
You also want to make sure you have the recipe out in front of you so you could always look back at it if you need help. So Truffle, the first thing we're going to need is 1 cup of cornmeal.
Yeah.
So do you want to hold this for me? Thanks, Truffles. So we're going to need first 1 cup of the cornmeal. Okay. And then we're going to need a half. So it's 1.5 cups of cornmeal altogether. Thanks, Truffles.
Yeah.
Next, we're going to need 3/4 of all-purpose flour. So you're going to look for the measuring cup that says 1/4, and you're going to use it 3 times. So here's our flour. I'm going to scoop it up. Is that okay, Truffles?
Okay.
All right.
I'll let my assistant do the work.
So here's 1. 2. And last but not least,
3.
3. Next, we're going to need 1/4 cup of light brown sugar.
Yeah.
So you're going to use the same measuring cup we used before. You want to help me out, Truffles? Thank you. And light brown sugar. Be careful because there is dark brown sugar, so when you go to the store, you want to make sure you grab the right one. I'm not strong enough for this light brown sugar. Actually, Truffle, it's kind of compacted in there, so I think I'm going to have to grab this one out myself. Thank you.
Okay.
So brown sugar is actually kind of hard sometimes, so you might need help. So 1 cup, 1/3 cup of light brown sugar. Drop it in there. Okay, and then we're going to need 2 tablespoons of baking powder. Here's our baking powder. Let's go ahead and open it up. Be careful, Truffles, you don't want to spill it.
This doesn't look like cornbread.
Not yet, we have to mix it together, silly. So let's get our other little measuring cups right here, and we want to get the teaspoon.
Yeah. Need help?
I'm just making sure it's a teaspoon and not the tablespoon because one is way bigger than the other, so you always want to make sure you're careful.
Yeah.
So here is our teaspoon. We can do it together.
Okay.
When you're measuring things out, you always want to make sure you level it out. So here's 1, and we need 1 more. And thanks, Truffles.
Yeah, no problem.
The next thing we're going to need is 1 teaspoon of kosher salt.
What's kosher? Never mind, keep going.
Okay. So sometimes it's kind of hard to find kosher salt, so we just have regular salt, which is okay. Be careful, Truffles. You don't want to knock it down, buddy. Here, why don't you hold this for me? You got it?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and drop it in there. Thanks, Truffles.
No problem.
So next, in our other bowl, we're done with the dry ingredients, so we're going to set it to the side for now. In our other bowl, we're going to mix our wet ingredients. So for our wet ingredients, it says we need 1 cup of whole milk. Sorry, Truffles, I didn't see you there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind helping me out with the milk? All right. Here is our milk.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and fill it up.
Yeah.
Normally, I will say this, when you're measuring wet ingredients, you kind of want to get a beaker that has the measurements on it, but we don't have a beaker right now, so we're going to be using this for now.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and drop it in there. Thank you. And because we are using the cups that we usually use for dry ingredients, I'm just going to add a little extra because I know with the beaker it has a little bit more room. Thanks, Truffles.
Mm-hmm.
Teamwork makes a dream work.
Yeah.
Now we're going to need 2 large eggs. Here's our eggs. You want to make sure that they're large eggs. And we're going to crack open 2 of those. Be careful because eggs can break really easily and you don't want to get any of the shell in there. 1. I like to put this eggshell just back into the container. And then here's the other one.
Good job.
Thanks. Okay. Now we need 3 tablespoons of butter, of melted butter. So I'm gonna go ahead and melt the butter and I'll come right back to show you guys how to add that in there.
Yeah.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Alright guys, so I got the butter to be nice and soft. As you can see, it's movable. And we're going to go ahead and add that to our wet ingredients.
Yeah.
So we're going to need 3 tablespoons of butter. So go ahead and get our measuring cups again. 1 tablespoon. You can't eat the butter, silly.
Okay.
You'll get sick and get a tummy ache. It's not fun. So we're going to get 3 of these. So here's 1. Okay, here, I'm just kidding. No, silly. I'm going to use a fork to get it off of the measuring cup.
Yeah.
Here's 2. Are you excited, Truffles?
Yeah.
You like cornbread?
Mm-hmm. Yummy.
Me too. And then here's our last one. Well, I'm having a hard time getting it off of the spoon, so I'm just going to wiggle it around in the milk till it falls off. So, Truffles, what are you thankful for this year?
For my assistant.
Thanks, Truffles. I'm thankful that I get to help you.
You should be.
Make all this yummy food for everybody at home.
Yeah.
So what made you become a chef, Truffles?
I just wanted to be better than Doug at something.
Oh, okay.
Like everything else.
What else are you good at, Doug? Better at than Doug?
Everything.
Everything?
Yeah.
You do shave your head better.
Yep.
Alright, so this is the best I'm going to get the butter off. As you can see, it's pretty much all off of there. It's mostly on the fork. So I'm going to go ahead and set this to the side. And I'm going to start mixing the eggs, the butter, and the milk together.
Yeah.
With the fork. If you have a whisk at home, it would probably work a lot better. But we don't have a whisk, so we're going to improvise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Truffles? Does it look like I'm mixing it good?
Almost.
Almost. Okay. So now that that's all nice and mixed up, we're going to go ahead and get our dry ingredients back over here.
Yeah.
Actually, Truffles, now that I'm looking back at my recipe, making sure I'm following it, I see that I actually missed a step.
Uh-oh.
I forgot to add a half a cup of buttermilk. So will you help me with that, Truffles?
Yeah.
Remember, when you do the wet ingredients, you want to use a beaker glass measuring cup instead of these. But unfortunately, we don't have any, so we're going to do our best. All right, here's our buttermilk. We're going to use half a cup of this. Okay. Good job, Truffles.
Yeah.
Now let's give that one more mix. Make sure all the milk and everything's all mixed together. Smells good, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we have our dry ingredients, and I'm going to use my spoon. I'm going to mix those together as well.
Yeah. Good job.
Thanks, Truffles.
Maybe one day you'll earn a chef's hat, like me.
Maybe one day I'll be just as good as you, huh, Truffles, and have my own show.
Ha!
And then I can have an assistant help me out.
Yeah.
Do you think I'm capable of that?
No.
Well, at least you're honest.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is all mixed together. We're going to go ahead and... You see it, Truffles? Does it look good?
Yummy.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and add the dry ingredients to this. I mean, the wet ingredients to the dry ingredient.
Mm.
There's still some butter stuck on the fork, so I'm just getting it off. You don't want to lick that, Truffles. If that's what you were planning on doing. I don't want to assume.
You got it.
So now we're going to go ahead and mix it all together in this big bowl. You don't want to eat it, Truffles. It's not like cake mix.
It doesn't look like cornbread.
Not yet, it has to cook, silly. So we're going to mix this up really well until we get a smooth consistency.
Yeah.
Again, a whisk would probably make this a lot easier, but we don't have one, so we're going to make do with what we have, right, guys?
Yeah.
Improvise. So, Truffles, how's your week been?
Pretty good. What about you?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been hanging out with my guinea pigs.
What's that?
It's an animal, a pet.
What's that?
Something you can have as a companion at home when you live by yourself.
So can any animal be a pet?
Well, certain states have laws as to which animals can and cannot be pets, but essentially, yes. Like a frog can be a pet.
Ooh.
Some people have pet rocks. It's a pet.
But
But what? It's not an animal?
it doesn't do anything.
They talk to the rock, and I think they pretend that the rock says things too. So now, does it look mixed enough for you, Truffles?
Let me try it.
No, Truffles, we're not tasting it. No, Truffles, we're not tasting it. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and pour it into this container.
Ooh.
Don't lick it, Truffles. Ready? I should actually use the spoon to, Truffles, don't eat it, to kind of scrape it out the bowl. And then you want to get it kind of evenly throughout the pan. And now we're going to put this in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. And we already preheated the oven for 400 degrees. So now we're going to set it in and we'll show it to you guys when it's done.
Yeah.
A few moments later.
Hey guys, we got the cornbread out of the oven. Looks good. Smells good. What do you think, Shelise?
I think we should cut it up and try some.
Yeah.
Alright. So make sure you guys have somebody help you do this at home because knives are very sharp and you can hurt yourself. Right, Truffles?
Yeah.
So Truffles, what was your favorite part about making this?
The part where you did all the work?
You helped too. What do you mean?
Oh, yeah.
So?
This part. I can eat it.
Yeah, the eating it part.
Yeah.
So should I cut all of it up, Truffles, or just half?
Just give me some.
Just give you some?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna finish cutting it for everybody else. Because we're not the only ones eating it, Truffles.
Okay.
1 out of 10, how good does it smell?
15.
Oh, that's good. Alright. Almost done. Are you gonna take this home to your family, Truffles?
I'm just gonna eat it all.
Alright, well here's the first piece.
Yummy.
It's yummy.
More.
What's the magic word?
Now.
No.
Please.
Alright. Ow, Truffle, you bit my finger. Alright, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.